Hello?
Okay, imagine you're in ancient Greeks watching the first ever Olympics. What are you imagining? Maybe you're imagining Greeks and Romans battling it out to the death. Maybe you see a sword fight. Contrary to your belief, the Olympic Games are not as gruesome as you imagine. The Olympic Games are the most watched event around the world and the most popular sporting event to exist. Originally, the Olympic Games were more than just a sporting event. It was designed as a festival to honor the Greek god Zeus. According to Heather Reed, who studies philosophy of sports, the ancients believed that Olympic victory was imagined as a visit from a goddess Nike, who swooped down from Olympus to bless a mortal with impeccable athletic ability. And then according to Kostas Polikidas from the University of California State, the Olympics are more than just athletics. Competitors and spectators took part in lectures on history and philosophy from different Greek legends. The games were also originally only one foot race, the length of the entire stadium. He also found that only men were allowed to participate in the games and also spectate. Women were not allowed to come because the men participated in only the nude. However, not everyone could be in the Olympics. You had to be Greek and have no criminal history. Your origin town also had to give you permission in order to represent them, kind of like today when countries have their own Olympic trials. While the history of the Olympics seemed very bland at the beginning, it started to grow over the years. The games started as just a single foot race, then quickly grew the next couple of years to a 5-day event with more and more. According to Stephen Wassong, a part of modern-day Olympic committee, the ancient Greeks included running, long jump, discus, javelin, boxing, wrestling, pankration, and equestrian events. The running events were just the length of modern-day 200 and 400 meters. For those who false started, they had corporal punishment, as in they were beaten and taken out. Pam Nurse described the course that they ran on as a square, and it wasn't an oval like it is today, so it made the runners go a little bit slower. For boxing, the rules were similar to today, in which each opponent hit each other until one surrendered, and when they surrendered in boxing, wrestling, and another pankration, which I'll get to later, they had to put up their index finger in the air, and in some cases, they weren't able to get that far because they were already dead. And that was in all the combat sports. The wrestling, pankration was a sport that included it was a mixture between boxing and wrestling, in which it was seen as a military non-weapon exercise. Similar to today, winners of the Olympics, even back in 776 BC, were perceived as national heroes. And that is very similar to today. Even despite the size of their home country or town, they were still praised for all their accomplishments. The games took over 1,500 years to return back to the Athens, in which they started the modern day Olympics, which we will see next year in year 2020, beginning. And yeah, that's my speech. Thank you.